What's going on, you guys? Like welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog back with another one take review. Today I got a review. I'm assuming are the last two episodes of Best Shape of My Life, because the way it ended, I feel like these were the last two episodes. Episode 5, I'm Sorry Mama. And episode 6, a Smith family therapy session. It might be some more, but I don't know. As of right now, the way that it ended, I don't know, because they didn't really give us like a teaser for the next episode or anything like that. But as these other 4 episodes were, these two were just as great. Okay, these two, I thought I was gonna cry watching one, but I ended up like tearing up watching the other. Had to pause and walk out. They give us sort of a breath of fresh air. Now, the I'm Sorry Mama one is pretty much like him talking about how him witnessing his father hit his mother, and how he felt helpless and how he felt the coward and how he pretty much came up with this persona because, like, hey, like I've said before, he thought he always took the blame for stuff that wasn't necessarily even his fault. And oddly enough, I actually read these chapters yesterday from where he was like reading from as well. And he was just talking about how traumatic it was and how that was the first time like he contemplated like suicide. Uh, Good for you, Will. Only contemplating one, maybe 2 times in your life. It's an everyday thing over here. Not just playing. I'm not playing, but I'm playing. Uh, but nah, I thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a kid thinking that. I think a lot of times as a kid, you you say stuff like that, but a lot of times you didn't necessarily mean it. Okay, but I think the way he painted this situation was he was his brother was fight, his sister was flight, and he's the person. He was a pleasure. He was the person just like, hey man, if I can keep Daddy O entertained and happy, none of this will happen. And he kind of felt like that's what he was supposed to do for his mother. Doing he wasn't keeping Daddy O entertained. He wasn't doing his job, and like it affected him. But not only that, we still have the fact that everybody trying to see what's going on with like him, pretty much stopping the show. And that was a big deal. Yeah, there's literally a whole production crew for this. They have people, devoting their time for this, and he just stops, out of nowhere. And they address that, and he talks about like, yo, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to get in the best shape of my life. That's one thing. But another thing I'm writing this book in which I'm emotionally draining, and I'm crying every single day trying to do that. Meanwhile, I have these cameras and I'm trying to put on for them. And something that he said that where he was transitioning to was authenticity. Okay, because he talks about the person that we saw, the person that he created, the tough fade, uh, tight. No, it was a tight fade. Box office breaking. It was the movie star. That's an excerpt from the book, actually. All of that, and that's who he showed the world. He said, but the biggest thing was like that's not what this is about. This book is about me. And I thought that was like powerful, honestly, because another one of the things he saw himself as is a coward. Like internally, he felt like he was a coward, but he was so good at entertaining. He was so good at convincing people of believing what he wanted them to believe. And he said, I'm gonna make you believe it. That he could hide that part of himself the world didn't get to see. We didn't know that. We didn't know that part of Will Smith. Only thing we saw was the epic success. Even in his failures, we saw the success of Will Smith. And so when he goes into detail about that and how he feel like he failed his mother, that was crazy. But it even gets even crazy in the next episode. a Smith family therapy where he has to read the chapters to his children. And then basically one of the first things were he with Trey. Man, I just got chill. Yeah, I don't know if y'all literal chill bumps just came when he and how he talking about I'm a kid and he wasn't prepared to have a son yet. But then he talks about how either he was going to be the best father ever or he would die. Or how he would talk about his relationship with Jaden and how him and Jaden were just, you know what I'm saying, had this chemistry with one another. And then After Earth came out, which, no offense, Will, that moves bad. Okay, also, that moves bad. But he talks about how he had guided Jaden. And Jaden that did everything to the T in which Will instructed him, you know? And then the film came out and it was abysmal box office and critically destroyed. And Jaden definitely took the grunt of it. Because we're like, yeah, Will's Will Smith. We're like, why did they even make it about his son? Even as somebody, I'm not going to lie, I saw it, I'm just like, why I hated watching it. I didn't like that movie. One of the reasons I didn't like it, I'm just being honest, like, it made Will just like super stoic character. And I thought it was more about Will, but it ended up being about Jaden. So I'm a part of that. So I understand, you know, all the criticisms were going that way, and Jaden had to take it because, like I said, I'm one of those people who probably said some stuff, but like it's me, I wasn't really doing videos back then, so I'm pretty sure like the critics didn't take it easy on him. You know, the stretch out, they're gonna be brutally honest. So at that time, Jaden, Will said that at that time he feel like that's what Jaden kind of like stopped trusting in him and in his leadership. Jaden at like 15 he asked to be emancipated from the family. As the perfect father, as the perfect guy that we saw Will Smith as. You think that kind of blow you think that was to him. But the one I think biggest impact was Willow. And he talks about how at 9, Willow multi-platinum, you know, record. Shake my head. And where they was supposed to go on tour, they had a tour set up. I forgot how many cities it was, how many weeks, but I know it was early on in the tour. Willow basically was ready to go home. She was happy. She was like, I'm done, Daddy. And so, like, can't be done, baby. We just got started. You got to finish. She's like, but you don't care about me being done? And he said when he woke up the next morning, Willow had shaved her head. Now, you have to remember something, right? Remember how Will was raised. Will was raised in a military mindset. Whether his dad instilled in his mind, you complete the mission or you die. You get the flag to the top of the hill no matter what. You want to quit the tour, lay another brick. But as a father, that was his father's teaching. But now he was confronted with his little girl who pretty much said no. At 9 years old, said no. I'm done. I'm done, Daddy. And I think that changed. And like, granted, that was years ago. I don't know. I might have been 10 years ago, but possibly. I think Willow. I don't know exactly how old Willow is. It might have been more than 10 years. But at that point, everything that he been taught and his father's mindset, I'm pretty sure he went into, kind of like changed. That whole thing just changed. And he saw things differently from then. He just like, okay, baby girl, let's go home. Now, one of the most craziest, crushing things seeing this episode was his dad. That was the one that got me. That was the one that got me because we know his father passed in 2016. Seeing his father, after hearing what we've heard and reading what I've read, and asking to ask his father, like, "Was you changing anything?" And his father basically was like, he wished he would have reacted better to certain things. You know, he wished he reacted better to certain things. But another thing that happened, I think they literally gave me chills when I heard it, when I read it. I mean, not when I read it, when I watched it. It was the moment in which he was pushing his dad to the bathroom. And the steps right there. And he said, I can push him down these steps right now. And nobody will suspect a thing because I'm Will Smith. He thought about killing his father. He thought about the past. He thought about all the stuff his father might possibly did like that. But he didn't, obviously. But he talked to his dad and he said, I'm paraphrasing here because I can't quite remember the exact words. I watched it earlier this morning, so he was just like, "You don't have to worry. I'm gonna take care of everybody that you love. You did a good job." That shit got to me. That shit got. I'd listen. First of all, I'd have no kind of relationship like Will Smith had with his father at all. Okay, no. But like, it was just that moment of, it's alright, dude. That's really what it's alright. You can go. Or whenever you ready to, just know I'll take care of everybody. That shit was beautiful. That's true. I hope we get some more episodes. I don't know. I don't know what the release schedule is like thus far. But man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. This right here was something special, dog. I enjoyed this a lot. Uh, you guys, let me know what y'all thought about this episode, these two episodes down in the comments. Um, how far are you along on your book? Let me know. I think I'm just on chapter 4. Um, but yeah, I can't wait to I can't wait to really like get to talk about a lot of this stuff with some of y'all. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. Thanks for watching the vid. Peace out, y'all.